Happy New Year. First and foremost, I want to thank you, the membership, for your continued support in New York State Psychological Association. Being involved in NYSPA leadership, task force, and divisions has been among the most gratifying experiences in my professional development. I believe strongly in this association and what it could do for our field. As NYSPA's president, I would like to take the time that I have with you to share some of the recent challenges that we have faced, things NYSPA is doing for psychologists throughout the state, and my vision for the upcoming year. In 2018, NYSPA was forced to undergo a restructuring. We had a president and executive director step down in a matter of months. The public nature of these resignations without explanations created an air of suspicion around the organization. Each member was left to ask himself or herself what had happened. This created tension on our general listserv. Members began to publicly speculate that this must have been due to some impropriety on part of members of the association. While there were only 3 members who publicly resigned, this created a copycat effect where several other members followed suit. However, when Dr. Herbert Gingold reassumed the presidency, we started our process towards restabilization. In consultation with the executive committee and council, we identified an interim executive director in Marcia Spector to navigate our ways forward. In the first 6 months, we were able to get back on track. The office functioning started to return to normal, and members started to feel this. Dr. Alan Hack took over as president at the beginning of 2019. He had very lofty goals for the association. However, he was faced with continuing to heal wounds that developed as a function of the fallout in 2018. Much of his vision was replaced with keeping NYSPA afloat. The drop in membership, coupled with the need to pay a higher rate for an interim executive director, resulted in a financial shortfall. So we began our search for a more permanent solution. Dr. Hack started to renegotiate our contract with our lobbyists and the Director of Professional Affairs to cut costs. Both were gracious enough to accept lower payment for their services. Moreover, Dr. Hack, in conjunction with the Executive Committee and Council, began to explore how we could address our financial shortfall. In April, Council voted to bring on an association management company called Jaffe Management. This decision alone is projected to save the association $60,000 per year. Dr. Hack also forewent his annual convention, which was a tough decision, but one that would save the association an additional $30,000. In September, the council also voted to approve a credit line of $220,000. This was to protect our reserves as we regroup. So that brings us to the present. We are in a much more stable place as an association than we were a year and a half ago. The sacrifices of Drs. Gingold, Hack, and the volunteer leaders of New York State Psychological Association's Council of Representatives are responsible for bringing us back from the brink of folding as an association. However, we certainly need more members to bring us back where we were before 2018. As such, I am asking you to join, rejoin, or renew your membership if you have not done so already. However, I don't expect you to join just for the sake of being charitable. I would like to shift gears to highlight the value of your membership and what NYSPA has been doing for you and will continue to do for you in the upcoming years. It is my hope to highlight where your membership dues will go. As your incoming president, I would like to continue to find a way to protect practice. In the past year, NYSPA has been instrumental in reversing the proposed 20% cut to the Medicare-Medicaid crossover. It has also been successful in passing a parity bill. that will compel insurers and related entities to submit key data and information to the state's Department of Financial Services, which will then publish an annual report detailing each company's compliance with state and federal parity laws. These parity laws require that health insurance plans provide equal coverage for mental health and physical health services. In the upcoming year, NYSPA will fight diligently in conjunction with Dr. Grodin and our lobbyists to continue to protect practitioners and highlight the indispensable skill set that we bring to the table. Moreover, we will be having high-level meetings with Dr. Doyle and the State Education Department to co-craft the guidelines for continuing education credits that will go into effect in 2021. A second essential goal in my presidency is to ensure that NYSPA is a home for all psychologists throughout the state. This can be actualized by creating strong collegial relationships between divisions and regional affiliates. In that vein, NYSPA passed a motion this past April to create a technology committee that would be consulted to explore ways that downstate events can either be live streamed or are recorded and accessible at a later date to members throughout the state. My commitment as president is to facilitate greater collaboration through co-sponsorship of events, programming throughout the state, and ensure appropriate representation of all members throughout the association. Moreover, the 2020 NYSPA convention will be held in Glens Falls, New York on June 12th through June 14th to create accessibility for psychologists throughout the state. I will also utilize my role as president to create more of a home for members in academia. This will be achieved by putting a focus on research and practice. In conjunction with NYSPA's central office, we have developed a group membership blitz to recruit more psychologists in academia. Additionally, NYSPA will seek to increase its visibility through indexing our peer-reviewed journal, the NYS Psychologist, in EBSCO and Crossref. The former was accomplished in November 2019. I hope to continue to draw more interest from students and early career psychologists. This begins by helping students develop an appreciation for NYSPA. In the upcoming year, I would like to develop a NYSPA ambassador program where students are invited to bring NYSPA's message to their colleges. In doing so, this will strengthen relationships between students, scholar practitioners, academic institutions, and NYSPA. As a corollary, I feel that the needs of graduate students and early career psychologists should be appropriately represented. Students and early career psychologists are our future and have ideas that could strengthen the organization. We need their involvement and we need to do more to facilitate their growth in the field. As president, I seek to facilitate the creation of a NYSPA-sponsored searchable database where agencies, training directors, and independent practitioners can post openings for a practicum, internship, or a job for our members. Thus, if a clinician wanted to take on a trainee, they could create a listing and be matched with a member. This initiative is to address the economic challenges that have befallen early career psychologists. Moreover, I believe mentorship is essential. As president, I would like to revive a mentoring program where we pair students and early career psychologist members with more seasoned psychologists in order to support career development and provide leadership opportunities. This initiative can be mutually beneficial. For example, students can be linked with researchers to collaborate on projects and presentations, serve on program planning committees, and join division and regional affiliate boards. I also would like to explore the recreation of NYSPA's Leadership Institute, which is a more structured year-long leadership development program. My involvement in NYSPA for the past decade has been reflective of my commitment to diversity. I believe that diversity is the golden thread that binds us as scholars, practitioners, and people in general. Creating an environment where views can be respectfully shared through conferences, talks, and leadership can only serve to foster a sense of collegiality. Last year, NYSPA passed a series of 17 resolutions on diversity, was involved in the development of 2 all-day conferences on migration, and are currently working on a white paper on violence. I will retain this focus on diversity. The aforementioned initiatives will increase membership and secondarily result in the identification, training, and development of new officers. My hope is that we not only increase membership by 10%, but we increase representation so that all divisions and regional affiliates have full slates. Like any organization, there is room for growth and development. I've had the opportunity to watch the amazing dedication of past presidents and the role they have played in the advancement of our profession. I believe the initiatives mentioned are representative of the desires of our members and will continue to strengthen, unify, and empower members of NYSPA. Note that future messages will be considerably shorter. I thank you for your time, and I look forward to serving as your president and remain open to all ideas and suggestions you may have. Happy New Year, and stay blessed.